You may have heard of this phrase, friend or foe, when identifying friendly aircraft from hostile ones. We're going to look at, is Jen McCabe a friend or a foe? And was her 911 call revealing? Who else might have said that? Let's take a listen.
Jurors in the Karen Reed murder trial heard 911 calls from the morning that her police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, was found dead. Reed is accused of hitting O'Keefe with her SUV in 2022, leaving him to die in the snow. New at 6, WBZ's Christina Rex spoke to Reed about listening to those 911 calls.
You've got to get here, okay?
Okay.
Emotional moments inside court as the O'Keefe family listens to the 911 call from the early morning hours of January 29th, 2022. That call came from Jennifer McCabe when she, Karen Reed, and Kerry Roberts found John O'Keefe's body outside 34 Fairview Road in Canton. In the background, you can hear Karen screaming.
And who's that in the background? Is that someone related?
Okay, that's his girlfriend. No, I think she's passed away.
Karen, what was it like for you to hear those 911 calls?
I've heard those many times too, Christine.
Okay.
They're not easy, but they're revealing.
You heard that right. Karen Reed thought the call that Jen McCabe made to 911 is revealing. And I think she could be right in more ways than one, but I'll let you be the judge. In a bit, I'm going to let you know what to look for on 911 calls that involve death investigations, as a recent research article has found that there are indicators that reveal the veracity and deception of the person making the 911 call. You may have noticed Jen McCabe in her testimony making a point of saying John O'Keefe, who was the victim, that she was a close friend of his, that she loved him. And keep in mind that John O'Keefe sadly died after being located on her sister's lawn. If you didn't notice, here, let's take a look at a few clips of her testimony, making sure we know John O'Keefe was her friend.
You called 911 at 6:04 a.m. Is that right?
Yes. We've tried to figure out what happened to John, our friend.
Was that you wanted to make sure you got a hold of Kerry Roberts and had communication with her before the end of the day?
It had nothing to do with getting in touch with her by the end of the day. It was a friend reaching out, wondering how her friend was doing, who was just taken off the front lawn. We had both lost our friend. Kerry Roberts was in shock, as was I in shock. The two of us had all this information that just kept coming back to us and back to us. And it's terrifying when you go through an experience and you're in shock. And Kerry was remembering things. I was remembering things. So I was happy for her that she was piecing it all together, and I had pieced it all together, because at the end of the day, our friend was dead, and we were trying to figure out what had happened to him together. There was no direction. We were all trying to figure out what had happened, because that's what you do when you lose somebody you love. And what seems to be forgotten is that my friend was lying there on the ground.
Oh, I don't think anybody's forgotten that.
So, what did you think? Did she convince you? Will her testimony of her finding her friend, who she loves, match up with her 911 call? I will play her 911 call in just a bit, but first I want to let you know how to recognize a deceptive or truthful 911 call. A study published on the 1st of August 2024 revealed indicators to look out for. The study examined verbal cues of veracity, which is truthfulness, or deception, which is misleading, in the call made to 911, reporting homicides or other types of deaths. That another person has made. So they are analyzing those who make the 911 calls were more likely to spontaneously correct incorrect statements. So what we're looking for is, did she have any self-handicapping statements or descriptions of physical sensations?
At 6:04 a.m. on the 911 dispatch console, I received a call from a woman at 34 Fairview.
Now, in those intervening sort of hours, so as you were stating on the 911 call, no one sort of physically came into the Canton Police Station and reported anything in regard to this, correct?
No.
And again, the party that you spoke to on the phone at approximately 6:04 a.m., did you know that person at that time?
No.
And again, you responded later on or shortly thereafter to Fairview and spoke with a number of different people, correct?
Correct.
From those conversations on scene, do you now know who placed that 911 call at approximately 6:04 a.m.?
Yes.
And who is that person?
That would be Miss McCabe.
And that would be Jennifer McCabe, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now let's listen to Jen McCabe's words on the 911 call.
And Your Honor, with the court's permission, I would ask to publish Exhibit 36 to the jury now as well.
Okay.
No, please report line 1 emergency.
Yes, I'm returning from the 34th, 34th Unity Road in Canton, Mass. There's been the impact out in the snow.
You're in Canton, hold on, I'll jump in, please go. You connected to no, okay?
Yeah, no, I did that.
It's the house, that's that line.
I think he's like 50 times I've never been so cheap.
That's that line, that's what it is.
Okay. I'm going to... Where's the market? I don't think mine is Harry.
911 emergency.
Someone to come immediately to 34th Unity Road, Canton, Mass.
What's going on?
There's a guy on the tractor in the snow.
In the snow, 34th?
Yes, 34th, the Albert resident. Yes, I just pulled up and found it.
Okay, 34th Fairview.
34th Unity, Canton, Mass. Yes.
911 is on the border, where's your emergency? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry, can you come to 34th Unity Road in Canton?
34th Fairview?
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay,
He's got to be here.
Okay, what's going on? Is he based down?
We just took him over.
Okay. And who's that in the background? Is that someone related?
That's his girlfriend. He has John McCabe.
Okay, how old is he?
John is 46 years old.
46, how long has he been on site?
I don't know. I don't know. He got out of the car and it could have been a couple of hours. Is he carrying? I don't know if he's breathing. There are 2 women trying to it could be heat and it's
Okay, can you just try asking? I know it's tough, but we have the fire department going, they're just gonna...
Is he breathing, you guys? It doesn't seem to be breathing.
Okay, do they know how to do CPR? Do they want to attempt to do?
Yes, he's got to do CPR. No, I guess he's gone.
Oh, okay. They don't feel comfortable doing so?
No, I think he's passed away.
Okay. All right, we have the fire department and the police coming on the way. If everyone's finding CPR, then I'll hang up with you, and if anything changes, you can give us a call back. Where are you guys outside?
I'm there. I know, I'm on the phone with the ambulance. I know. No, Kelly, you gotta get off of me. Kelly, you gotta get off your head.
Do you know if there's any alcohol or drugs involved?
He I'm talking hours about me, and I
Okay, is there any bleeding or anything? Maybe his head up?
Yes, possibly.
Okay, bleeding from the face. How big the bullet
If I could ask you just to back that up about
10
or 15 seconds or so, once the siren outside calms down.
We're fine.
Okay, bleeding from the face. All right.
Yes.
And how big the bullet was, if there is any?
Something coming out of the building. One of the women is doing CPR.
Okay, one moment. Is doing CPR?
Yes, that's the first thing I had.
All right, if she's doing CPR, and just let me, just give us a call back if he becomes responsive, all right, but we're on the way.
Okay, thank you.
What is that?
Thank you, Ms. Cameron.
I don't know about you, but the first concern I had was Jen McCabe says there's a man passed out in the snow. Then she says twice there's a guy unresponsive in the snow. She does not use John O'Keefe's name. I find that to be very odd, to distance herself from him. I thought he was a good friend she loved. Another concern I have is that Jen McCabe asks where the blankets are. She says to Carrie Roberts she cannot see the blankets. They are standing out in the freezing cold. The wind is blowing, and she says she cannot find blankets, yet they are right in front of her sister's house, where her brother-in-law, Brian Albert, is at that time also a law enforcement officer who is a first responder, and I'm sure they could have helped, as Karen Reed was trying to lay on top of John to get him warmed up. So I'm sure they could have brought out blankets and helped at least, with something. So is this our 1, 2, 3, fourth indicator? So we might even have a fifth indicator now, because Jen McCabe is answering the questions that the dispatcher is asking her, and he says to her, how long has he been out in the snow? And she says, I don't know. He got out of the car a couple of hours ago. So why is this important? Because at 4:23, Jen McCabe receives a call that Karen Reed is worried about John O'Keefe because he hasn't come home. At 2:27, Jen McCabe is Googling how long to die in snow, and she tells the dispatch operator it's been a couple of hours. So when Karen reached her, it was 4:23. So a couple of hours after searching how long to die in snow, Karen contacted her. So in the back of her mind, she's thinking it's only been a couple of hours since she heard about him being out in the snow. However, Jen McCabe disputes this Google search. And, well, I don't know. Is it a coincidence? Okay, so we've got a 3-minute, just over a 3-minute 911 call. So far, I think there's like 5 indicators. What if I told you there was another one? Would you think that's a bit more coincidence? Okay, so the dispatcher asks Jen McCabe if there was any alcohol or drugs involved. She said they were out, but that was hours ago. So we know she knows the difference between a couple of hours and hours. And why didn't she say we were all out? Because it wasn't just Karen and John. After they had all left the bar to go over to Brian Albert's house, which was her brother-in-law, Jen does this whole thing where she's contacting John O'Keefe. She's even asking him, when are you going to get there? Here's the address. She saw them pull in. She says, park behind me. And then after Karen Reed had left, there's a whole bunch of butt dials from Jen McCabe to John O'Keefe's phone. So, what's that? How many indicators are we up to now? Do you think Jen McCabe knows more than she's letting on? What do you think? And how many indicators do you think we've come up to in a 3-minute and 34-second phone call? Let me know in the chat. Now we are going to listen to another 911 call from Ashley Benefield's trial. For comparison, she went over to the neighbor's house and he made the 911 call. So let's listen to that.
Manatee County 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Hi, my address is 11327 White Rock Terrace.
Okay, can you repeat that for me to make sure I have it correctly?
The house next door, honey, what's your address? Okay, it's right next door to me. She just came over. Her strange husband attacked her, and she says she shot him. Now, we've not gone over there yet. What's
his name?
Who?
What is his name?
His name is Doug Benefield.
Okay.
I have not gone over there. I'm not ready to go back.
I don't want you to go over there. Stay on the line just one moment. I'm going to connect you over to the sheriff's dispatch, okay?
Okay.
One moment.
Calm down, honey. Calm down.
What is your name, sir?
My name's John Sant. KNT. I live next to
Office dispatch on a recorded line. This is Gabby. How can I help you? Hey, Gabby. It's Karen. On the 11327, I have John Singer on the phone. He's saying the neighbor came over, female neighbor. It was a domestic. She shot her husband. Okay. All right. I'm going to get that on the screen, okay? Okay. What screen is this at? The 11327 White Rock Terrace. Okay.
That's my address.
That's your address? What's her address? Where this occurred at?
Her address is right next to, I believe it's 11331.
She's on the corner? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, on the corner. She's with me now, quite upset. The weapon is here. Yeah. Do you want me to go over and look at anything, or just wait for the police? No, I want you to just wait for the police, okay? All right, if you could just get them here quick. She came in, she was quite hysterical. I didn't know who was banging on my door. Said that he attacked her, and she shot him.
Okay. I'm just getting that all on the screen, okay?
Okay. I know, honey. Come on. I know. Go ahead, ma'am.
Where is the gun? Is it with her, or is it just...
I have it right here, ma'am. It's sitting on the floor inside the door. My door's locked, so in case he isn't, he can't get up. I'm also armed if he does come over and try to harm her, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
I'm kind of concerned with her mother and the little girl might get back there and find this whatever happened. Don't go out there, honey. Come on. I know. Come on, honey. Sit down. Sit down. I know.
Yeah. All right, I just want you guys to stay on the phone with me, okay?
No, I'm right here with you. I'm just with her. I'm trying to comfort her. We're in the house. Or the police have been warned, no problem. I know, baby. You gotta sit down. Come on. There's no... Well, honey, they want you to stay here. If he isn't, we can't take a chance. That's why I want them to hurry up before you get back in the park.
Deputies are moving as fast as their hand. They're coming priority. They're coming lights and sirens. They just want to get and make sure that everything's okay. I want to... So where in the house is he?
Where in the house is he? Her bedroom. No, I don't know where that is. So it's one of the bedrooms. It's a lot like mine, so I'm going to assume when you go into the... Is the garage door open? When you go into the garage, it's going to be on the left? Yeah. On the left.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm just getting that typed up, okay?
What, ma'am?
I'm just getting everything on the screen, okay?
Okay.
I should have Deputy pulling up here soon. Do you see him?
No, I'm in the back now looking out. I know which way the park is in Central Park here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay, the sheriff's here. Thank heavens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you
the sheriff's car just pulled.
Yeah,
what do you want us to do?
Address. I'm going to stay on the line with you until a deputy gets with you, okay?
Okay. Okay, the sheriff is here. I'm not too sure where they're going.
I'm just staying on the line with you. The deputies.
I'm right here. I haven't left yet.
Yeah.
I just see it's a SUV sitting out there in front of my neighbor's house, right in front of my house. Just be calm. You know they're going to take you into custody. You know that, right? Okay. Just you know. You just calm down and just calm. Okay. I know.
Okay. You just let me know when they come knock on your door, okay?
Are they coming now, the police?
They will. They're waiting for a little bit of additional units. They want to have everything.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm glad that, oh, geez, we got to get a hold of don't go out. Until the police officer comes and look.
They're going to let me know what they want me to tell you, okay? They're just waiting to make sure that they have other people with them. They don't want anything to get out of hand without having proper backup, you know?
Yeah. Well, like I said, the weapon's here. I just want them to know that exactly where it's just sitting right inside the door. It's on the floor. And I did reach out when she ran in and picked it up off my front patio and brought it in. I wasn't going to leave it outside. Here's another police officer.
Is it just inside the front door or the back door?
Say that again?
Is it just inside the front door or like the back door patio area?
I'm by the front door. Okay. She came in the front. I'm sitting here staring at an officer right now. Okay. Looks like he's talking to one of the other cars. Neither one of them are moving.
Yeah. I'll let you know when it's time, when to come out, okay?
Okay. Hey, is that your weapon or his? Okay. Okay. I'm going to probably... Let me get my... Okay, just calm down, huh?
Okay. Now, the deputies want her to go outside with her hands up, nothing in them. Okay?
You want her to go out?
Yes. They want her to come out with not...
Out of my house?
Yes.
Does he know she's in my house?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so you're going to have to go out, okay?
And they want you to stay inside.
Now, okay. Put your hands where you can see them, okay? All right? Where's she at?
Just start walking out front. They're outside.
I don't see them anywhere. She's sure this is her.
Just start walking out. They're not going to do anything. They just want to make sure that everything's safe and that they're safe, okay?
Can I take her out? She's really upset.
No, they want you to stay inside. It says female only.
Stay inside on your hands? I don't see it. Now, are they at the right house?
We've told them multiple times which house to be at.
Yeah, 11327. I'm right in front of that SUV that does not have its light. Hold up right there, honey. Where are they at? There's a police officer over on the, with the flashing. Okay, one of them sees her now.
Yeah, just keep her walking out. Okay?
Honey, do they see you?
They're probably giving her instructions, okay?
Okay. Now, I need a police officer to come and get this weapon.
Yeah, they're going to come and get the weapon. They just wanted to make sure.
Okay, here they come now.
Well, I don't know how you feel, but I heard a difference. We hear that the neighbor is doing all he can to help. He wanted to go over and see if the husband was okay. For me, that was the main difference between the two 911 calls. Jen McCabe didn't seek help from her brother-in-law, a first responder, or go into the property for blankets. The neighbor, I'm calling him the neighbor because it's easier, didn't distance himself like Jen McCabe did. He said he knew Ashley Benefield. Jen McCabe called John O'Keefe a man and called him a guy twice, implying that she did not know him or have a connection with him, which I call distancing. The other difference that I found, which I thought was quite interesting, is that the neighbor was concerned about the emergency services finding the property. Jen McCabe said, "You will see us out in front, only after being asked." I did not hear sounds of elevated breathing, of fear from the neighbor. I did hear it from Jen McCabe, more so when she said John O'Keefe might have passed. Was that because she realized he had been out in the cold from when she first found out, and other people who were at the party started mysteriously butt-dialing each other at around 2:30 a.m. You can check out my video on opening statements and closing arguments to hear more about that. So if she realized then that John O'Keefe was out in the cold more than a couple of hours, i.e. from 2:30 until 6 a.m., at the time she made the 911 call, That would have been 3.5 hours. She knew it was unlikely that he could have survived or that he will survive. You know, that's my view on that. I also noticed a similarity when the neighbor and Jen McCabe were trying to calm the people in the background down with calming words when they were hearing the hysteria. In my opinion, Karen Reid is not responsible for John O'Keefe's death and should not be retried. The police should do a proper investigation. Jen McCabe knows something, and her 911 call indicators tell us this.
Come, Ziggy.
Come on, let's go.
We've got to go home. Ziggy, come on, let's go home.
By leaving a comment, you may help someone else that will read your comment. And of course, I love to read all comments as they are valued, and together we can be more informed. And this information may help you or someone you know. In the meantime, on this channel, you'll find a variety of playlists to suit every curiosity about the justice system. And we provide you with a visual to information and the process. Going through a legal worry is devastating, and the Who Knew and Why Me playlists are designed to help you or someone you know. So please like this video if you like this kind of content. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified when I'm going live or upload another video. I'm Karen Cole from Legal Minded Friends. Information is power, meaning if you know something, you can make decisions that are right for you.